What's going on, everyone? So the Lakers have their starting center and potentially for the long haul, right? Deandre Ayton, he's young enough to where he could be kind of a franchise cornerstone alongside Luca Donch for the foreseeable future, right? He's incredibly talented, but there are concerns with him, right? Low motor, low effort, right? Lazy at times. The perception in the locker room and, him just not showing up to practices on time and, showing up to, team planes late and all that, just basically thinking he's the guy and he's not, right? And teams are getting sick of him. Right? You look at the last two places he was at, couldn't wait to get rid of him. And a lot of people are like, what makes it different on the Lakers? Well, one, I think the Lakers have a better infrastructure. Two, right, this might be Deandre Ayton's last chance. Right? Now, he's too good. He's not going to be out of the league in the next few years. I mean, eventually, once he starts getting, approaching 30, he might be. But what will end up happening is teams will end up signing him on vet minimum deals, and he'll be a guy off the bench, and they'll just deal with it because it's like, he's so cheap and he is talented when he is committed, but he won't be the starter. He won't be the guy. He's going to be miserable. He's either going to retire or he's going to end up fading into oblivion and out of the league. So this literally might be his last chance to get an opportunity to get some money, right? And look, he might have already ruined it. It could be, there is a potential that teams just aren't willing to offer him anything, even if he does, because it might be like, hey, he had to, right? Like, he had no choice. Like, let's see what he looks like for a couple years, which is why that two-year deal might be actually beneficial to Lakers. But there also is a chance that the Lakers are in the same position where they need a starting center as soon as next season. So we'll see how it all plays out. But there also is a version of this where DeAndre Ayton buys in, shows that he can be that guy, plays a big role on a team that's trying to win an NBA championship. If they do win the NBA championship, that just skyrockets his stock. Luca Donch is going to make him look like a superstar, like one of the best centers in all of basketball. Right? You start checking off, the marks on the list. All of a sudden you look up and it's like, dude, there is a version of this where DeAndre Ayton is excellent. He's about to get a bag, whether it's from the Lakers or another team. Right? Now, there also are teams that could look at it and go like, well, Luca made that, right? But we'll see. Right? There's a lot of questions about buying him. But what do the Lakers think? Obviously, the Lakers signed him, so they believe that they can fix him and get him locked in. Well, according to Dan Wilkie, the Los Angeles Lakers and the coaching staff believe that they can get him bought in, that they believe that they can get him right and get him focused. So, again, this is from Dan Wilkie of The Athletic. There are certain worries, but the Lakers aren't too concerned about those issues as the team believes they have the coaching staff to keep him in line. Team sources believe that the Lakers have the right coaching staff to make that happen. And JJ Redick, they have a deadly serious head coach who also understands how to relate to players. Assistant Scott Brooks worked with Ayton in Portland 2 years ago, and Nate McMillan has either played or coached with or against virtually every personality type the NBA has ever concocted. And if not, the Lakers have maintained their flexibility for next summer and beyond. So again, Lakers believe that their coaching staff can kind of get him right. And I do believe it. Right? JJ Redick isn't going to take the laziness. He's not going to take the nonsense. But again, he's a player. He's not that far removed. Right? He was playing when Ayton was playing. So he's a guy that's like, hey, like, I get it. Right? Like, I understand the frustration. I understand when you're not getting the ball or, you want to be the guy. Two, right? Like, it's a very different situation in general with the players, right? Like, the reports that came out with Portland is that he went to Portland and he thought he was the guy. This was his franchise. He's the guy. And he kind of, got the diva in him, right? And, I mean, he kind of was, right? Like, especially at the time he went there. He was the best player on the Portland. He was supposed to be their kind of franchise center. And he got a little big-headed, right? It's very different when you're on the Lakers, where this isn't your franchise. You're not the guy. Right? Luka's the guy for one. And then you also have LeBron, by the way. Right? So at best, you're the second guy. Same thing with the Phoenix Suns. He goes there. He's the guy. He's young. Handed the keys. Him and Devin Booker. Right? Sometimes players need a little bit of a humble pie. Sometimes you need a little kick in the nuts, boost to your ego, or, knock down that ego down a little bit. Right? Sometimes you need kind of reality check. And this could be a reality check. And again, I do believe, Scott Brooks, Nate McMillan, right? Two guys that can get to him, keep him locked in, keep them focused. If he was ever going to respect anybody, it's LeBron James, right? LeBron James is going to be able to kind of reel him in and get him right. Luka's going to make him, like, if he doesn't see that Luka Doncic will make him look like a superstar center, Like, the guy's probably going to average still 18 and 10, maybe even 20 and 10, just because he's probably going to get 5 buckets a game just because Luca set him up, right? Like, the guy, all he has to do is just buy in and play his role, and the guy is going to get paid, right? All he has to do is just not get in his own way again. I understand he wants to, be a gamer and, do all that stuff. Like, that's fine. Every NBA player has their hobbies, right? He might not have the aspirations to be great, but the guy is an 18 and 10 guy that's lazy, with no motor, and doesn't work hard and all this stuff. All the reports about Deandre Ayton being just this, that, and the other. The guy is an 18 and 10 guy for his career. Even last year, he was like a 15 and 10 guy. Like, if that's what he is with no motor, what happens when he buys in, when he's focused, when he has a guy like Luca that's making him look great? I mean, that guy might be a 25 and 12 guy for Luca Donch. That guy might be the franchise cornerstone. The big concern is defense. He actually is a good defender and has all the tools, and he's had some really great defensive seasons. Problem is that it's just, again, getting him to buy in and buying in regularly. This team may have to end up kind of getting in his behind a couple times, but that might be good for him. He might need that, right? He might need somebody to kind of really, like, dude, just relate. Like, him and Monty Williams just kind of clashed, right? It just seemed like, it was just two egos. Like, one of the big problems with Monty was his ego. Like, that was reported from Sunday. Like, Monty Williams, he kind of felt like he was the guy there, right? Like, and I just think you had two kind of rams bumping heads rather than, like, yes, you're frustrated in the guy, but get through. You need to find a way to get through to him. And I don't think Monty Williams really tried to get through to him. They traded Deandre Ayton and got rid of Monty Williams. So obviously the Monty Williams issues were real, right? Because it's not like they traded Deandre Ayton and then kept Williams for a year. No, they got rid of both of them as soon as they could. Right? And a lot of it was that, Monty Williams wasn't trying to work with Ayton. They were just going at it, right? JJ Redick's not going to just go at it with him. Nate McMillan's not just going to go at it. They're going to talk like, dude, you got to knock it off, man. Like, do you not realize this could be it for you, dude? Like, this is it. Do you want to get paid, or do you want to just be a gamer for the rest of your life? If that's so, after this year, retire and go be a gamer for life. Like, get through, talk to him, explain to him. Don't just scream at him and be like, oh, you're lazy or this, that, and the other. Like, not everybody's like that, right? So again, like, you got to find a way to get through to him. I think Deandre Ayton's going to have a renaissance season. I really do. It might take a little while, might take a little tweaking, a little adjustment. Don't be shocked. And look, I know I'm the overly optimistic guy. I know I'm the guy that's always, cup half full rather than half empty. But I do. I really do. And because of that, I'm usually right about these gauging things, right? Sometimes the, positivity goes a long way, right? So be patient. Let's see what happens, right? Positivity is good. Put it out there, right? Like, not everything has to be doom and gloom. I believe Deandre Ayton's going to have a renaissance. I think he has no choice. And a renaissance doesn't mean that he's going to be a 25 and 10 guy right out the gate. He's going to be at best the fourth option, right? So realistically, he's probably going to be like a 15 and 10 guy. Wouldn't be shocked though if he's like an 18 and 10 guy, right? Because Luca's always looking for that outlet, always. But look, I'm excited for Deandre Ayton. I think there is a version of this. Lakers are hoisting the Larry O'Brien Trophy and winning the NBA championship, and Deandre Ayton is a huge part of that. I mean, Deandre Ayton is the exact center and then some. What we wanted in Mark Williams, you have in Deandre Ayton. There were defensive issues with Mark Williams, right? And those were brought up, but they weren't brought up to the level that Deandre Ayton is, right? And I get it because of the history with him. A lot of Lakers are no slouch for play. Like, again, Lakers have brought in a lot of guys that have had bad histories. A lot of guys that, teams thought like, it didn't work out. The only one that didn't really work out was Dennis Rodman. Like, that was the only one that we had him for 10 days, right? Like, outside that, look at Meta World Peace, Ron Artest, right? Like Matt Barnes. Like, the Lakers have had guys that, had kind of questions, like to get into a squabble and stuff, right? Like, wanted to throw, were, high passion, high tense, and it worked, right? So again, I trust the Lakers. Anyway, as always, this is a discussion, pass a question to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot, so we enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Not subscribe channel, hit that subscribe button. Turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one.